So here we are, we're finally in North Dakota on my long-awaited quest for a velvet buck, and the anticipation couldn't be any higher, and our hopes couldn't be any higher either. But little did we know that the next morning we'd start running into problems. Well, a little update on our North Dakota trip. We are currently in Grand Forks on a wild goose chase. We came up here to chase deer, and now we are on a wild goose chase trying to locate our license that we purchased over the phone. Apparently, one number can change everything in your life. We gave her the shipping address to have our license shipped here to the address we're staying at here in Grand Forks, so that way it'd be here when we got here. Well, I'm not saying that I didn't make a mistake, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm not saying it's the mail lady's fault, but either way, one number got wrong on the address. So they shipped it to the wrong address. It was returned to the post office, and the post office has sent our license back. So now we are, and they won't write us a duplicate, or they won't write us one at Shields. We can't get over the counter because they're afraid that we'll have two deer licenses and I'll shoot 2 bucks. So we've got to try to track down the local game warden, get a hold of him. Hopefully he can write us another license so we can be in the stand this evening. Here we're all excited, thinking it'd be awesome if we tag out on the first night. Well, we might not even be hunting the first night. And then of course we have the weekend, and no one works on the weekends, so we may not even be hunting the next couple of days. I don't know. A little minor setback, but either way, we're going to be hunting in North Dakota at some point. I'm hoping he'll write us a duplicate license and we can be hunting this evening. We only got a few hours to get it done, so we'd be in the stand here. It's 12 o'clock right now, so we've wasted most of the morning trying to find a license and still haven't got one yet. Highs and low of deer season has officially started. Hopefully a high will come pretty soon. We finally managed to track down a local game warden, and he ended up giving us a handwritten replacement tag. That way it ensured us that we could be in the blind that evening for opening day. That right there is what we spent all day trying to get. All morning, because the post office and a couple other people screwed stuff up. We're good to go though. We're back on pace. We're going to tag out tonight. That's right. Well, we finally made it to the blind. We got the wild goose chase taken care of this morning. Finally got a hold of the local game warden, and he hand-wrote us a replacement tag, basically, is what he did. We got back in here, on our way walking in here, it's early. It's not even 3:30 yet. We got back into the blind, we already saw one doe out here. They've been pounding this junk food like crazy. He's got trail cam pictures of a buck we're going after. We're calling him Double Brow. We've got to replenish the site, so we brought plenty of bags with us, I can assure you that, and we're just going to put out a buffet for him, and hopefully the dinner bell will ring tonight about 6 o'clock and we'll put him down, so let's see what we can do. So here we are, we're finally getting settled into the blind, and we're getting our gear ready to go, and we're hunting deer earlier than we've ever hunted before. And it wasn't too long and we had a couple does come in and start pounding that junk food almost immediately. It was really kind of neat for us to be able to see a deer that close and that early in the season. You could see that they were starting to lose their summer coats and that their winter coat was starting to come underneath. So again, it's just one of those things that help get us excited and get us amped up for the following week to come. The next morning we had 40-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 60. So we decided to drive around and scout for a little bit, especially considering that the deer activity wasn't the best in the morning. But we knew that that evening, if the wind would just calm down for that last 30 minutes, we knew that it could possibly get extremely good. So here we are with 40 minutes left in our hunt, and the wind completely dies out, and it's prime time, and we know that it's about to get good. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but there's a tractor in the background. I don't know what to do. If you don't laugh, you're just gonna be pissed off, so you might as well laugh. So here we are, setting in the ground blind. Wind blowing 30 miles an hour. And we knew that if we could just get the wind to calm down for that last 45 to 30 minutes of prime time, we knew that it'd get good. Here we are sitting, wind blowing 30 miles an hour. Getting about 45 minutes left, the wind starts to die down. A couple deer come out, start feeding on the junk food. All of a sudden, prime time, farmer decides to cut his alfalfa. So, what do you do? Day 2 of North Dakota, and we're seeing a lot of activity out in this alfalfa field right now. I mean a lot of activity. Just not deer activity. So what do you do? I don't know. I think we're going to probably just ease out of the blind. I don't know. Maybe the deer will come out. We don't have much camera light left. We're either going to stay in the blind and hope that it gets crazy good with 15 minutes left, or we're going to try to just pack up and get out of here and go scout and try to find some other fields or something, just see what the deer are doing. Because they're not in this field right now, I can promise you that. I don't know. I guess we're going to see how it plays out. Day 3, we didn't have a good wind for the alfalfa field, so we actually set up over a bean field that we found earlier that morning that we saw a big 10-pointer in. Needless to say, that hunt wound up being pretty slow, and we didn't even see a deer. So here we are on day 4, we've got the perfect wind, and we're set back up on the alfalfa field again. The farmer's already been in there, he's already cut his alfalfa field. Not only that, but this field has had a day to rest and a day for things to calm back down again. And here we are sitting there, and all is right with the world once again. And we're sitting there with about an hour left in daylight, and it's about to get good again, and we start to hear footsteps. And we're sitting there and we're listening, and there's sometimes you don't know if it's a squirrel, a raccoon, or a deer, but this time they were evident footsteps, and we just knew that it was a deer. And we're sitting there and we're looking at the ground blind, and all of a sudden we see a guy in a pink shirt. Basically what happened is this was the bordering landowner, and he had all of his property posted. So naturally when he was driving around and saw a truck with out-of-state tags, he obviously decided to come down there and see if we were hunting on his property or not. This is just one of those situations that's kind of frustrating for both parties. I mean, here we are with the luck that we've already been having, and on top of that we're nearing the end of our week-long hunt. And to have a guy walk down in there as it's getting close to prime time is just extremely frustrating, because now you know you're probably not going to see a deer at all. But at the same token, in his defense, I can see from his shoes where he sees out-of-state tags and he's got all of his property posted. Obviously he's going to want to walk in there and make sure that we're not hunting on his property. So, you know, if I was in his shoes, I probably would have done the same thing.
Well, you can count day 4. Go and just write day 4 off as well. I'm telling you right now, if it wasn't for bad luck, we wouldn't have any luck at all. We didn't have the right winds to hunt yesterday evening, so we didn't hunt it. We hunted it the evening before. We had prime time. Farmer cuts his alfalfa. Here we are on day 4, hunting the alfalfa field. Getting right here at prime time. And a freaking guy walks down in here. Bigger than life, walks right down in here. In a nice pink orange shirt. Awesome. And there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to walk that entire timber out if I didn't get out of the blind and get a hold of him first. Which would have for sure busted the deer out of here. So the best thing to do is just get out of the blind, hurry up and go talk to him, talk loud. Ensure that the deer aren't going to come out, obviously, tonight. But it's better than him walking through the timber and blowing the deer out of the timber. I mean, I laugh because I don't know what else to do. I laugh because that's how I handle frustration. You want to talk about snake bit? I would say that our North Dakota trip is snake bit right now. We're perfectly legal. We're on ground that we can hunt. Are you kidding me, man?
Pretty depressing. Like we're set for tonight. Everything's right. Everything.
Shut the camera off. This is crazy.
At this point, you might as well just let all the air out of our tires, because we're about as depressed as they come. You know, this was a completely new experience for me. It was my first out-of-state hunt. It was a chance for me to reach a dream and a goal of mine to shoot a velvet buck. And here we thought we were going to get it done the first couple of days, and now we don't even know if it's going to happen at all. So we're just extremely depressed. But what else do? You can't let situations get you down. You can't let bad luck get you down. So we continue to try to keep morale as high as possible, and we just kept plugging away. We kept our heads up, and I'm telling you right now, if there's anything I've learned in life, it's the fact that usually persistence pays off. So we stayed persistent. We kept our heads up. And I'm telling you right now, on day 5, it paid off for us. And you're not going to want to miss day 5 as I finally get my chance at my first ever velvet buck. So stay tuned right here at Whitetail Addicts.